That is the new phone coming out by LG, the new Android phone coming out. If you're looking for, so many phones coming out this time of the year. A lot of people bringing out their offerings because the holiday season, shopping season is right around the corner if you think about it. And so a lot of companies are busting out these new phones. A lot of them are not necessarily even flagship phones. They're just very good phones. And the LG is no exception. Now this will be the first G-branded device, which is the name for their new premium device lineup. You know, a lot of these phones like the Droid Max, you know, this is their premium lineup. With impressive specs across the board, a unique, never before seen in any phone, that backside touch button layout. It has a 2450 or 2400 milliamp battery life, so this thing should give you a good day. This phone sounds pretty nice, but it will hit AT&T for sure and possibly others. Stay tuned as well. There will be the live August 7th event, and they're going to give you all the details with this LG about launch dates and things like that. You know, all this type of stuff. So let me go ahead and just show you this teaser trailer that LG came out with when dealing with their G2 phone. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and move this over so you can see this trailer that LG came out with, they came out with this trailer already. So you may have seen it, you may not have, but they just came out with it. So this thing is practically brand new. So let's go ahead and enlarge it here. Alright, there you go. Let's try and do it one more. Okay, there we go. Now, here we go. This, of course, is that LG trailer for the LG G2. You know, and they're talking about just showing you the evolution. They're trying to show you, just like they're showing the evolution of a child. You know, 5 months. You know, and they're showing you the evolution going through this whole thing, whole stop frame photography. You know, this child growing up. 4,200. Goes on and on and on. 5,000 or 50,000 actually. And now they're going to show you the introduction of their phone. And this is just a teaser trailer for the LG G2. This is the commercial that they put on. So you just have to decide if this thing is, does this say phone when you watch this, when you see this, this commercial? Does this thing say phone? Because a lot of times people come out with these commercials and, you know, you say to yourself, what did that have to do with the phone? What did that have to do with what they were trying to, trying to sell? And this is LG's teaser trailer for the LG G2. And it's definitely a sleek phone. And it's going to be, and there it is. And they're trying to show you that this phone is for everybody. And this is going to be the back of the phone right there. Just giving you a little trailer right there on how the phone was. Now, that was LG's trailer. Now, was that a good trailer as far as a phone advertisement? You know, you just have to be the judge. I mean, what do you think, Jade? Was that a good advertisement for a phone? When you saw that, would you think phone?
No.
No. What about you, Deontay? What do you say?
No.
No? Xavier, what do you say?
That commercial was not phone.
That's commercial. So, you know, why do you think LG would come out there? This is a brand new phone with new features. Why do you think they would come out with a commercial that doesn't really depict what they're coming out with?
Maybe to promote their graphics or something, like how sharp their camera could be.
How sharp the camera could be. Because that could be like a follow-up. They show you this, and then they come up with a follow-up commercial talking about that commercial was about their camera.
It could also be how many pictures it could take, or
how many pictures it could
take, or
or the video quality. Yeah, it could be any of that. But
it was talking about 5,000 5,000 thoughts, 1,004 something.
Right. They're saying all kind of numbers that people are not going to remember anyway. But a lot of time companies will come out with commercials like that because they're just trying to promote a buzz. They're just trying to get a buzz going, get you talking about them. Why would LG do this? Why would LG do that? But it gets you talking. So a commercial like that is designed to get you talking, get you thinking on the lines of what LG wants, which is keeping their how do we put it? Keeping their brand in front of you, exactly, so that you always remember LG. And speaking of someone who has a brand they want to keep in front of you, Samsung. And Samsung, everything Samsung has touched so far has turned to gold. And Samsung is just on an incredible ride right now. The Samsung Galaxy S sold, the S4 sold even better than the S3, and Samsung is just blowing up the market in all of their products. Now, Samsung has offered the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about that, Samsung recently, the Galaxy S4 Zoom was launched recently, and now we're going to show you an unboxing video, just a bit of it, of the latest camera smartphone that gives us a good look at the handset. This is a phone that's also a camera. Now, the difference between this and your traditional camera smartphone type combo is that most cameras on phones, it's still primarily a phone, but it has a good camera. Like the Droid is coming out with this with a 13 megapixel camera. That new Droid 13 megapixel. You know, it's a phone that has a good camera on it. But this is the first phone or camera, if you will, that's actually a phone. It's more of a camera than a phone. So the Galaxy S4, it comes, the Galaxy S4 Zoom comes with 4.3-inch QHD Super AMOLED display. Now, most of Samsung's offerings come with that Super AMOLED display because that's why you get these green, really red, rich photos. You know, they're oversaturated in most cases, and it has a resolution of 960 by 540 pixels. Now, that's not too great, and especially for a phone that's touting a camera type lens on it. Now, the device has a 1.5 gigahertz processor. Samsung says that there will be different versions of the processor for different countries and different things like that. And other specifications on the device, they have Android 4.2 Jelly Bean, and the handset comes with 4G LTE and also 3G. Comes with 1.4 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of built-in storage. Around 5 gigabytes of this is usable because, you know, the operating system and stuff like that is going to take up a few gigabytes. So anytime anything comes with gigabyteage, like let's say you have a tablet and it says it comes with 16 gigabytes, you never have access to all of those gigabytes because the operating system has to fit somewhere. You know, so they have to put the operating system and all the features on the tablet. So the tablet has 16 gigabytes, yes, but you can only use so much. It depends on how much the operating system is going to take up. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S4 has been criticized for being a memory hog because it comes the 16 gigabyte version. You only have 8 gigabytes to use. So that operating system takes up a whopping 8 gigabytes of your 16 gigabyte phone. But not a lot of people complain too much because the functions and features of the Samsung Galaxy S is so strong. But in this case, the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom, you get 8 gigabytes of storage, and 5 of those gigabytes is usable. And it also features a micro SD card slot that you can use to expand your memory up to 64 gigabytes. Anyway, so, you know, this is not going to be a bad thing as long as you're using that SD card slot. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom, here is the thing with the Galaxy S Zoom. The Galaxy S Zoom, let's see, it has a 16 megapixel CMOS sensor with a 10x optical zoom, enhanced smart modes, OIS at a 24 to 240 millimeter focal length of 3.1 to 6.3 lens, and the device also features a front-facing 2 megapixel camera as well as that 16 megapixel CMOS. Now CMOS, that is used in cameras, you know, professional cameras. So this phone has a CMOS lens which is 16 megapixels. So that's one of the highest megapixels in the industry right now. Of course, Nokia blows them out of the water with that 41 megapixel camera phone that they have. However, they don't have that 10x optical zoom, and that's big, not digital zoom. Digital zoom is nothing compared to optical zoom. Optical zoom is what will give you those rich, clear, crisp, sharp images. Digital zoom is just going to enhance whatever the picture is. So if the picture is blurry, it's going to enhance that blurriness. If the picture is sharp, it will only enhance it so much before when it gets close, can't zoom in anymore, so therefore it just enhances what you already have. Optical zoom, on the other hand, focuses and brings in the image. So we're going to show you a little bit of this unboxing before we head into the break. Before we head into the break, we're just going to show you a little bit of this unboxing because, you know, this is that camera phone. In case you don't know, we're going to show you here real quick what this phone looks like. Here we go. Here what this phone looks like. This is a phone, but it's a camera, you know, right here. So let's go ahead and show you this here real quick. Okay, there we go. Go down. All right, good. Almost filling up the screen. Here we go. So this is the box of the Samsung, and you can see right there that picture. This thing, and it's a standard Samsung box. Standard Samsung box has that wood grain to it and stuff like that. You know, has a wood grain. But as you can see, this thing, you know, this is just the back of it. You know, just different little things like that. And anyone that's bought a Samsung product, you're familiar with this kind of box because this is basically what the Samsung products come in. This type of box right here. So we're going to take a look at the turnaround of this thing. That guy's just, you know, reading the various little things like that. We're going to look at the turnaround of this thing right here. Coming up, he's going to turn the box around, and you're going to see that this thing is actually a camera that's a phone as well, and that's why it comes with that 4G. That's why it comes with the 3G and 4G offerings as well, because it wants to, it gives you the ability to have online wherever you are. Now, if you look at the front, see, this is actually, it looks like a point and shoot. There it is right there. It looks like a point and shoot camera, but this is actually a phone. And this is the new Samsung Galaxy S Zoom right there. Obviously, that's the back of the camera right there. But as you can see, that thing looks like a point and shoot camera, but that is actually a phone. So if you want to have something unique, and we're going to go ahead and pause it right here so that we can go to break. But if you want to have something unique, something different to where you can take good snapshots right away, that might be the phone you want to get. But coming up after the break, we're going to show a little bit more of that video. And also, we're going to head to Nokia, who has been unstoppable. They're coming out with their Lumina 520. When is that going to hit? All of that and more coming up right after the break on Tech Pulse. So stay tuned. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get carried away. Stay tuned right after these words.